Well, I would say, I mean, I liked our first period, but you're down two. And I didn't love our second, and great individual, well, great effort by Lundy and Rhino to get us back into that. We are at a really small margins in our game. I liked our penalty killer. I mean, I think probably both teams' penalty kills are better than their power plays, but you got in these situations just stay with it is the most important thing. But then we got to get better, right? We got to get some higher end performances out of guys. I mean, I think they're playing as hard as they can. The puck's not as friendly as it used to be. There's tension on the stick. That's normal, and you see that when you lose a few in a row. So that finding that good feeling, and sometimes it's not a whole game. You just got to start with the period. And I thought we did that tonight, even though it felt bad. And I felt that in a bunch of our games.
What's that balance right now between the reality of we all know you're missing a bunch of your best players versus these games count, and that's
well, the two are separate, right? The two are separate. This is our hockey team, and even if Luster comes back sometime toward the end, nobody else is. So this is what we got, and that's why you have to find a new way to grind and maybe new wins at times and build your confidence in smaller pieces in the game and not look at the record as the forward motion, because you always start playing a little bit better before you start winning, and I think we've had that in our games. We have to have a bit of patience with what we're doing, and then we got to get a little stronger performance out of a few guys because we just don't have the margin for error.
Is it hard to have that patience?
Oh, yeah, it's brutal. But we know what we got. We know the situation that we're in, and I think we all have enough experience to handle it.
You guys give up the two early then, but Bob's effort to keep you guys in it after
No,
that.
he made a bunch of big saves when our game does slightly open up, and it needs to at points. He made a whole bunch of big saves for sure.
How do you deal with guys looking at the standings and all that, or is your team experienced enough to not worry about that kind of stuff?
Well, I don't mind him looking at the standings. Yeah, keep the urgency. We sit here and say we got lots of hockey left, but we've been through situations where we had to crawl back from 9, but that's with the healthy lineup. That's hard to do. So I don't mind them looking at it and have acceptance of perspective. You have to accept where you're at, and that's part of it. We're out on the outside looking in, and we may have a few games in hand, but we got to win those games in hand. And then the perspective is that we've got to crawl out of this. We're not going to turn this thing. We're not going to turn to a full sprint. We just don't have that.
No Carter tonight, obviously for good reasons.
Yep.
Just how that flipped some of your lineup tonight. Just how you had to change some things.
You know what? It's not even something you think about when you get it's a blessed event in the Verhaeghe household. You're happy for him and you enjoy it. We've had funerals, babies, all those kind of things that have entered into our season. That's just life, and that has to be dealt with before the game.
Obviously, a lot of opportunity here right now. Jackson gets his first
I
game.
like this
What do you
game.
think?
Yeah, I like this game. He's got some speed. He's a natural center, which is great with the 3 guys that we have injured at center. So I thought he did some good things. I mean, after the first period, we were having a tough start with one of our lines. We moved him into the 3-hole, and I thought he was fine.
When you talk about the margins aren't very big, and when you have a few breakdowns here and there, it does appear to be costly. How do you approach that, and is that just something you've got to do every day?
Yeah, we have enough players here that know the basic foundation of what we're getting to, and that's all we're talking about now is just the basics of the foundation of the game, and there's a good time to whip your team, and then there's a good time to rally them, and we're in rally mode now.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.